What is up, you guys? It's the Tutorial. I'm back with another video, and in this video we are going to be doing a shiny lock of Pokemon Emerald. I did have the odds boosted a little bit, just so it's easier. The wild Pokemon are the one that's randomized. All the trainer Pokemon and stuff like that are the same. As you see, I'm resetting for my Mudkip because it's not always guaranteed, and finally got one named a Goat because it is the Goat starter, of course. It's the best typing starter. It's pretty simple. But I took on May. She was pretty easy. I was at level 7 already at that point. No harm, no foul. And then I ran into a pickle. I tried to get this on Maldo as my first encounter, but it doesn't work out, so I do have to put it down. And then I go help Wally get a routes. It's not a shiny, so he's kind of a loser that way because I get a shiny starter. And then on to Roxanne, where honestly I'm not showing much of it just because it's a quick bully. Goats just go at this point. And then Brawly happens. And Brawly's going well. To start off, I'm taking on the Machop, as you guys can see. And it's really simple. Then the Meditite comes out. Again, not really a problem. However, there is the case of the Makuhita, which we're about to see. And I do an Ice Beam. I see Goat's not going to be the one to take this out, clearly, because I have 12 health left. I don't really want to deal with that. And so I switch out. And I switch into the 3 Pokemon I also have that are shiny. Gone. Goodbye Orange Dean. Mediocre. I'm like, oh yeah, I can come in, hit a couple shots with Combuskin, which I caught earlier, but unfortunately not. And then we bring in PETA, which stands for pain in the ass, because it was a pain in the ass to catch. I go for a Toxic, try to do something. I guess I went for a Giga Drain, and not enough. Thankfully, I come in, bring in Goat, and I get to move first, which was kind of a worry, so there's that. Wow, you lost 3 Pokemon to the second gym.
Good job.
That was kind of rude, but yeah. After Brawly, we do end up fighting May again after doing some Team Aqua stuff, which I'm not really going to show you much of that kind of stuff, just because it's pretty trivial. I do beat up May. She does confuse me a little bit with having a transform on her Grovyle, but oh well. At the end of the day, really easy to beat May just with Marshall having Ice Beam. And on to Watson, who isn't much of a problem, but a couple things happen in this fight that I did not realize were going to happen. Voltorb is easy. I just dealt with it with Petal Dance, which is another great move for Marshtomp to know. And I do get Mud Slap, which is my first ground type move for this. And ground is going to be fantastic against the rest of this team. However, I don't really get to stay in with Marshtomp the whole time because Petal Dance does confuse me. So I do hurt myself there, and I realize like I should probably get out. I gotta switch Marshtomp out in order to save, I guess, like, get rid of the confusion here. And I decided to switch in Kingdra, I believe. No, yeah, I do. And this is recording as happening after. And I try to do what I can. But Steel, I think, is resistant to Dragon. I don't really know why, since Fire is good against Steel, but I don't make the rules. So I do end up realizing that I need Kingdra to get out of there, because I am doing Nuzlocke rules where if a Pokemon faints, they're gone. And I don't want that. I'm tempted to switch in Goat here, but Goat doesn't have a move for it. So I put in Star, my Wish Cache, and I honestly, while it doesn't have the best moves for Magneton, the Bubble Beam is going to be fine since Magneton can't really hit me. Even if Steel-type moves aren't going to be that good against us, and we are left with that Manectric, I think, is coming in next. And I make a dumb move here. I put in Marshtomp, which should be good, right? However, I was too low HP to go in with that and try to, like, Mud Slap's not the strongest move, and I switch in Articuno, who is a Skip Bloom, because it should have been Articuno because that was the first one I saw on that route, but part flying, I totally forgot, so Articuno goes down, which is tough. I put in Wish Cache to kind of finish it off, and I do believe that Wish Cache ends it here. Bubble Beam a couple more times. There we go. Cool. Gets that, and good job there. Now I go into Flannery, and again, I chose Marshtomp. This is all easy. I have plenty to deal with Flannery, and honestly, kind of a pushover. Goat is kind of over-leveled, which kind of stays that way for the rest of the run, too, but runs into problems, especially with Norm. Our father is a problem. He's notorious to be a problem in this game. just because Vigoroth and Linoone with extreme speed is stupid. And so I tried Dragon Dancing with Kingdra, try to get some kind of big hits off. And I get Vigoroth down, which is fantastic. Then I ran into a problem. I didn't realize that I couldn't kill in 2 shots, so down goes Kingdra, which RIP. Really needed that for the rest of the run. But then I think Hero goes in and has a chance until the Hyper Potion. And I should have probably switched him out, knowing that I didn't have enough. So Kingler also goes down here. I misplayed this one quite a bit, but I did use Water Spout to get Linoone down. I kept Azumarill in to deal with the Slaking, which was pretty easy, except for it put me to sleep. I was doing really well, and it put me to sleep and end up killing Green, who was a Marill in Green. And so I put in Go to deal with the rest of it, and there's that. So just checking in how the Norman fight went. Oh, you lost a few Pokemon. Not surprising. That guy's kind of annoying. That leads us into our 6th gym with Winona. We did some Weather Institute stuff, but this should be pretty easy, right? It's a flying type. I have ground type moves. I have ice type moves, which I use against Tropius here, which is 4 times effective. Fantastic. Not as great against Pelipper though, which I came to realize, especially Protect spamming was really annoying, but eventually got the job done. But I used a lot of the PP for Ice Beam, and I think I ran out right here against Skarmory. I think I don't get to go again, or I don't get to use it twice. So at this point, kind of worrisome, except for I do have Surf, which I believe is good enough, except for I need to switch out because I end up going down. So I put in Bang, which has an ice move, Blizzard, which should be good, right? Really easy. Misses, so I just use a Hydro Pump instead. Blizzard here would be 4 times effective. If I would hit the dang thing, Bang is gone for no reason, right? If I hit Blizzard once, it's dead. So I try to put in Quiet, which is my X-Cloud, to try to Zap Cannon it, because it's still part flying, so it should still do a decent, but she Dragon Danced multiple times, so I lost a 3rd Pokemon again during one of these fights. I don't really know what to do here. I put in Shuppet. I do end up saying screw it and dying. 3rd Pokemon down, this one, and I don't want to risk Marshtomp because that would be too hard, but Pinsir does get it, and I don't want to hear anything from you. After Winona, we do face May again in front of the little shop in Lily Cove. Really easy again. Same thing kind of happens every time. Not really hard. I did end up getting Dragon to be a Charizard, which is really cool. But again, not really anything tough with May. She's just more of a XP mule at this point for me, which is fine. So now I gotta go deal with some, I think, Team Magma and Team Aqua stuff. Like right now, we're at Team Magma, and I am showing the fight against Maxie because this is the last time I get to fight Maxie. It's not really that hard though. I happen to have good typing against it. My Deanna even taken out my 4 times, taking down my attack. Not really a problem for any of it because Swampert just has great typing. Now on to Liz and Tate, which is actually notoriously hard for me. I don't know why, but this double battle gets me every time. So I kind of had to really strategize, did some number pushing, and found out that Pinsir was by far my super weapon here. Pin Missile is a gift at this point, and freezing that Xatu doesn't hurt either. But basically just spam Pin Missile and Surf with Swampert and Pinsir, and really not that hard of a battle, especially since they're part rock, so Surf does quite a bit right here with the Lunatone and Solrock. Now, I know I said that was the last time I faced Maxie, but I forgot about this double battle that I just wanted to show because I get a fight with Steven, who I think is the best champion of all, ever. I know a lot of people like Cynthia because she's harder and stuff like that, but I do like Steven mostly because I like Metagross and stuff, and I like his Pokemon more. And so I did just want to go ahead and show this where me and the champion, I would say we both contribute to this fight, but Metang is pretty much useless, and it's all Swampert the whole time. But at least I got a fight with Steven, you know what I mean? I just wanted to show that animation because I love that little animation. I know I sped it up. But we're facing Wanda now for our 8th gym, and we kind of, I don't want to say roll through it, because I do think we end up having a problem here, but Swampert kind of bullies with Petal Dance early on, and then knowing that he was confused, I decided to switch him out, which I don't think I'd change, but I do use Volt Tackle Crawdons out of here, and I could have went back into Marshtomp. I could have, or I mean Swampert, but I left Polar out there hoping that I could do something with the Volt Tackle. Magneton goes down, and I kind of just spam Ice Beam the rest of the fight and get Kingdra out of here. So, I mean, they rest 17,000 times, but eventually they're asleep, and we're at the Elite Four. And now we're at Sydney, first member of the Elite Four. I didn't show the last fight with Wally when I probably could have, but this is kind of going pretty well. Not really anything tough. I did have half of an attack now because they put my unit in twice, so I did decide to switch, which was okay anyway, the right move. I do go ahead and set up a Sunny Day so that Flame Roll does even more. Hurt myself in confusion. I just gotta eventually hit them once. But they do bring an Absol, which I do switch into Hornsby for because Bug, I believe, is good against Dark types. But Pin Missile just absolutely takes down Absol, which is fantastic. And then Crawdont. And I bring in Goat because we've dealt with this before. And I do the little pedal thing and easy win. Now we're at Phoebe, which is a little more of a problem, I guess. There's not really as many one-shots here. I do take out Dusclops, which is pretty easy, and then I do have the net to deal with. Not hard. Surf is kind of gonna bully all the way through here. And the one problem I do run into, I believe I run out of PP for Surf, which is alright, I guess, typing-wise. Like for the future Elite Four members, because we have Ice and then Dragon and then Water, so Surf's not gonna be my best friend anyway. But I do decide to stay in with Swampert the whole time until I get here, and I'm like, oh, we have a problem. I switch in Star, which in my head was the right move. However, apparently Phoebe didn't agree, so I do end up losing Star for the run, which is really upsetting, but it happens. I do almost get taken out. Dragon almost gets taken out again. Now it's time for the Glacier fight, which basically just the same kind of fight as Juan, except for now they have a couple Glalie that I put in Dragon for. I do Sunny Day to get the hail out of the way, and I do do a couple things after this fight, which is we'll talk about it in a second, but I do go ahead and take out the Glaze. I do go into Swampert for Wall of Rain for Petal Dance. I really wish Magneton would still be alive, but I don't have any electric moves, so Wall of Rain just eventually dies to Petal Dance. I do go ahead and switch in Tropius in order to take on a Steeliode, just to try to get something, only to realize Tropius does not have a Grass-type move, which makes it even worse for me here than it already has been, because it's been almost useless. I can't really do anything here, so I kind of heal, and by kind of, I mean I heal. I say screw it, I'm going to sack Palm, which is fine. This is the first time I've healed during battle, I believe, but I do go ahead and use this opportunity to Palm Dance, or Petal Dance, a few times, just to get Celio out of here, which I do think I do right there. Glalie out now, so I go ahead and put in Dragon again. I Flame Roll without setting up Sunny Day, which kills me. Charizard is gone, but I do bring in Goat to finish it off, and then I did something stupid. So before I get into this Drake battle here, Reflex, I may have brought back Dragon and Palm, which may technically be cheating, but we'll just see how it goes. Now, into our fight with Drake. This is our last little hurdle. We do hit them with an Ice Beam, eventually, and we get Shelgon out, and we also do the same thing with Altaria. Fantastic. And then we run into a little bit of a snag with Kingdra, and I feel like if I would have remembered how I beat Juan's Kingdra, it would have been fine, except for the fact I am paralyzed and I can't move, and I go to heal. Fantastic, fine. It's just not enough, sadly. I get body slammed a few times and then get hit with Surf, and Goat goes down. And it it's an avalanche at this point. I do whatever I can to try to get Kingdra out of there, but Kingdra is just too much. Hornsby comes in, tries the rock smash thing for a fighting type move. Bug type move isn't effective against it. Charizard has nothing for it. I try my best to get this Kingdra out of here, and it sweeps me.
It must be tough being really bad at the game you've played the most, so sucks to be you.
He's right.